success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Jai Hind and a very good evening to our guest, Mr. Sanjog Singh Ahuja, our MD, Dr. Jai Singh, all the faculty members, and our dear friends. I, Anmol Chadda, MC for today's session, welcome you all to this orientation program of batch 2023 to 25. The theme for the program is Preparing Minds and Shaping Futures. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our guest, Mr. Sanjog Singh Ahuja. Sir, may I have your permission to proceed? Thank you, sir. An economist by training, a marketer by profession, Sir has traversed functions like shopper marketing, trade marketing, brand management, sales and distribution management in a rather short span. He has worked for Nestle India for more than 6 years and has held 5 different positions before being appointed National Sales Manager for Nestle A+. With a team of 4 senior ASMs, 15 sales executives, and 20 business partners, he oversees a 100 crore business, including UHT milk and fresh dairy for India and Nepal. He is passionate about fostering sustainable profitable growth through effective value chains. Being a fervent supporter of leadership with influence rather than authority, he encourages active involvement rather than hierarchy. His talents, in his opinion, are his social abilities, learning quickness, and compassion. In the past 3 years, he has coached over 80 MBA students as retail coach with Craft Shala, helping them ace placement interviews and open doors for Hershey's, Mamaearth, Dermaco, and Mondelez. He has been recognized by Exchange for Media with Pitch Market 30 Under 30 accolade in 2022 for his notable work on Nescafe cold coffee. Without any further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Sanjog Singh Ahuja to address the young minds present here.
Jai Hind. Jai Hind, sir. Great, that's always refreshing. Okay, so we'll start, okay? And I want this to be a two-way traffic. We'll spend an hour. I know that you're very tired since morning, but maybe the last cup of tea you had would do better for me, okay? So good evening, everyone. We'll talk about preparing for the next leap. Yeah. So one may think that okay, I've done my graduation. One may think that I have, I was told once that okay, you do your +2, this is the last struggle, and then it'll be better from here. You do your graduation. Yeah, this is the last struggle, and this will be better from here, right? So by now, you should know that the struggles are never going to be better from here anywhere. It's right. It's just that you're going to be agile enough to handle things. It's just that you're going to grow up. It's just that you're going to be mature, right? More mature and able to handle whatever challenges come your way. So what we'll talk today is, mix of how to be ready with what is going to be coming our way in the next 2 years, right? It's a wonderful, program that, IIEBM has designed for you. And, I think you've made a great choice that you chose to step out of your comfort zone and came, in the heart of Pune to proceed for your management education. And life is going to get interesting from here, right? What I'll bring is, I'm not that old also, so what I'll bring is that just say a 6 year ahead of the picture in front of you today as to how it's going to look like from here and what you should do to be more prepared, right? For both the curriculum, both the pedagogy which gets taught here and what gets, coming our way when we join our respective organizations, wherever we are, yeah? Before that, I'd really want to, get a nugget of information from you all as to what are we expecting, from your point of view. What do you expect? What do we talk about? Anyone? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, go ahead, please. Sure. Great. Thank you. Thanks for that input. We'll talk about that, and I'm sure you'll be more motivated than I am right now. Go ahead.
Jain sir, my name is Kalpesh. I am expecting that I'll get more information regarding marketing.
Sure. Great. Great. Thank you. Please. Sure. Great. So, I mean, as you know that I come from Nestle, we'll do touch upon FMCG towards the end of this presentation, right? So let's jump right into it, I believe. Right, let's start with the basics. We'll talk today about basics only because now I know I know what kind of mix do we have here. Little bit to know more about how many of you come from engineering background. Could you just have a raise of hands, please? Okay, so a guesstimate about 15%. How many of you come from a commerce background? Huge. Okay, almost 80%. Anyone from hotel management? Super. Anyone from pharmaceutical? Yes. Which other have I missed? Arts. Okay, yeah, humanities. Humanities. Great. Anyone from biotechnology, food science? Which one? Which one of the two? Biotechnology or food science? Good. Courage. Yes. Excellent. Round of applause for these two because they have taken the highest leap in terms of the differentiated career they have chosen. So good work, guys. Let's start with the basics, yeah? What is a corporate? What do you think, I do or people with WorkX do or what have we been doing? Just a couple of things which come at the top of your head. What is corporate? Is by any chance this corporate? Is that me jumping because I'm here on a Saturday? And is that me who will become sad tomorrow? Is this what a corporate is? What is it? Go ahead, try it out. Yeah, sure. Working with people in an organization, definitely. That's one part of it, yeah.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Karishma Raghuvanshi. I think corporate life is dealing with people. You have to manage your time, growth, etc. Thank you.
Great, great. Yes, time management, growth. Please try.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Mansi Saraf. It is a world where people is growing the economy of the world and the India.
Great, great. Good try. Go ahead.
Jain sir, my name is Kshama Dubey. So what my point of view is, corporate is nothing but a world where people monetize their skills in order to create businesses.
Okay, yes.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Saloni Yadav. Sir, corporate, what I think is a battlefield where we need soft skill, knowledge, skill, attitude and abilities.
Great, great. Good try. Thank you. So, pretty good idea of what a corporate is, what we have to do, what will be parts of it, right? So, holistically, it's much more than what we would think, even I would think, right? Tomorrow I get, a ball which is a bouncer, right? Day after tomorrow I have to defend, right? Third day I have to be more aggressive. So it's a lot of it, right? What it is, what people think usually it is that, okay, fine, I'll be going to an office or my field. I'll be, very motivated on the beginning of the week. I'll be sluggish during the middle of the week and then I'll be super excited because the weekend is here, right? Or maybe, yes. So now that we all agree, let's go back to our work and think about why this will not work. Right? Because people tend to be so myopic and so critical of views, that they don't really accept ideas really well or really quickly. So they have to be critical, right? They think more than they do, right? This is again something which is not corporate, right? Or I must not question corporate rule. Traditionally, conventionally, what we see, okay, there's a senior leadership, right? Because I'm talking to youngsters, it's very important because you're the harbingers of the next 5, 7, 10 years in the corporate, right? So it's important to understand that even the, even in the current time, we have legacy companies in the country, right? We have legacy companies like, say, Asian Paints. We have legacy companies like, say, Airtel, right? Legacy companies like Tata, right? These companies are huge, right? Hundreds of years of experience behind them, hundreds of years of strategy behind them. But why do they want to hire you or me? Why do they want to hire new talent, right? That's what we will learn today. So that is totally not this, right? Why do they want to hire us is totally not this, right? So this is what a corporate is not, right? It's a lot of new ideas, it's a lot of new experiments, it's a lot of new thoughts, and it's a lot of courage. And that's what, please remember till the end of my presentation. There is a lot of courage. What is a corporate? Rightly said, it's not just people. Please, it's very important to understand. It's definitely not just people inside the organization, right? I was talking to Jay sir earlier. I was mentioning that, every day, in and out, we have to talk to so many people who are not even going to eat Nestle's product, right? Who are just going to sell Nestle's product, right? And these might not be the employees of the organization, right? Internally, I have to talk to people who are going to sell it to those who sell it to consumers, right? I have to talk about a mother of a baby who's not going to eat, right? Neither going to buy, right? The kid is going to buy, who cannot choose the product, right? So imagine the kind of complexity which is there in management, in companies who don't know who the consumer will be, right? They don't know, they cannot target it very sharply, right? So maybe they have to talk to government, maybe they have to talk to shareholders. You'll learn this along the way. I'll not just preempt your entire curriculum there. So a corporate is an organized group of people structured to meet a need. This need could be monetizing your skills. This need could be growing your GDP, right? This need could be selling the product. This need could be not selling the product, right? In various companies, we do that. Focus on some products to sell and some to not. Let's dive deeper. Someone mentioned what are the changes coming up, right? It's very important, right? You're joining in 2023. This is the time when we are already past COVID, right? Things have changed rapidly. Things have changed. Maybe someone guided you. Okay, this is how you're going to learn, right? When you go to your MBA college, this is how you're going to be asked to come to your office. This is how good the job is going to be. But please remember this: you're the first batch after COVID has totally gone out of India, right? Safe to say that totally it's gone out. You're the first guys, you're the first girls who are going to step into the corporate after COVID. So it's, in a way, you have that, baton to reshape how corporate looks like, how efficiencies look like. And this is not something which I can tell you, okay, because I have already been dated that ways, right? I would say all pre-COVID batch like me have been dated by knowledge. We don't know how to deal, because during this COVID, when you were studying in your graduation or you were at home, you had got the time and the energy and the efficiency levels to understand how I can talk to people virtually, right? Which I never got to know. My company told me how to do it, right? So I never got that creativity. I'm sure this batch and batches like you have that kind of appetite for figuring out how to do that remote efficient working. Remote but efficient working. So what is this graph showing? For people who can't see at the back maybe, by 2030, this report is from McKinsey Global Workforce Skill Model, right? It says that, the first bar, physical and manual skills, in 2030, they will be less required. 174 is going to be the hours spent by companies to do physical and manual skills, right? We already know a lot about AI, a lot of topics about AI, VR is being discussed. So by 2030, right, 7 years, not very far, right? 7 years hence, physical and manual skills will be something which companies may not be looking for, right? At least the difference in the two circles, right? Go ahead here or towards your right. Basic cognitive skills. Yeah, that's something which again will go down. And this is something which exactly your management entrance test, tested you for, right? So are they going to be turning irrelevant? I don't know. Go ahead, higher cognitive skills. This is more to do with your psychology. This is more to do with your selling, right? Sales is at all levels in the organization. It is not just me selling to you, okay, buy this 10 rupee product. That's not sales, right? It is at all levels. That's why you see all the CEOs of top companies in India have been in sales some or the other time in their life, right? So higher cognitive skills are going to gain importance. Social and emotional skills are going to gain importance because that's something which a chat GPT may not know, right? If I upload a PDF on a PDF GPT, they will tell me, okay, this entire paper is about this one idea, but they don't know what is going to be the ramification. Maybe it's about survivors of COVID or survivors of cancer, right? That maybe those people, those softwares may not be able to tell me. So social and emotional skills. I hear there's a wonderful program about social internships which happens in the winters, right? Do you think AI will enable us to do that? Because we will have to talk to people who are impacted, who are having social or emotional needs, right? This is the skill which is going to be more relevant in the next 7 years, right? I'm not saying McKinsey is saying. I believe McKinsey. Let's go ahead, technological skills. It's very common, you know, all of you are, you know, meme watchers, I'm sure. So everyone has seen that, okay, it's not going to be Chat GPT which is going to replace all of us. It's going to be people who are able to use that. So this is something which I would say has been true for the last 5 decades, if not more, that people who learn to be more agile in accepting, using and efficiently using technology tend to grow faster in life, right? Today, I have colleagues in my team who would ask their kids or, you know, youngsters as to how to use a certain technology, right? I want you guys to be those youngsters in your companies, in your college, right? And share that knowledge, yeah? So, further, please understand here, this is the World Economic Forum report, right? It tells you the future of jobs in the next, say, 1 decade. Every year this report gets published, which preempts what's going to happen in the next 10 years. So if you look at this gap, the skill gaps in the labor local market. So long story short, it's the skill gaps which tend to be the pain point of the workforce, right? Nothing communication gap, nothing to do with you know, how your qualification is. It's just the skill gap. And you know better than me, skills can be acquired in no time without even, you know, resorting to a proper course. You can just log on to your YouTube and get more skills. You can just talk to experienced people and get more skills, right? The future, as we know, is changing, and you know it better than me, it's changing faster, especially after COVID, right? Why do companies want to hire you? Just try it out. Why do people come to a management college like yours and they think that, okay, we'll get what we need here? Are you, you know, is anyone better than accounting than a CA head sitting in Nestle India, for example? Right? Or say a head of manufacturing at a plant of, you know, any manufacturing facility in the country does he have lesser experience than, say, a fresh MBA graduate? Is that why they hire you? Try it out, please.
Jai Hind, sir. I am Vishal Taylor. Mainly the reason for the youngsters, that youngsters can found a difficult task and an easy solution. They can, we are living in technology world, so youngsters can easily take an analysis, do the analysis and give a very easy solution to a major problem also.
Not quite there, because what it also means that youngsters are lazy enough to find solutions to tougher problems, right?
Yes,
which
sir.
the elders are not. So not quite there. Anyone else? Go ahead.
Jai Hind, sir. I am Gurpreet. Sir, I think they need to hire us because they need young and innovative minds to tackle their problems.
Okay, okay. Go ahead. Anyone else? One at the back. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll ask you a different question. Why do you think the forces hire young talent? Do the forces, I mean, the forces don't need experienced talent, or does the experienced talent gets old? Why do the forces in India hire new talent? And they keep on, you know, harping on the fact that join the forces, or, you know, you have to lead the show in a way. So why do you think a force would require new talent? Go ahead.
Jain sir, my name is Shashank. So the companies hired new talent and young people because they need enthusiasm in their company as well as the new ideas that new brain generate. They want basically that idea. So if they lack these ideas, that company will be only become a, like a person people of old people, like in Japan it's happening.
Mhm.
Only
Okay.
old people are there, so new talents are lacking there.
Fine, fine. Great answer. In the interest of time, I'll come back to you. Um, understand the population demographics of India are such that people of our age bracket are more in number, simply stating, right? People with less than 35 years of age are almost 60% in the country of 140 crore people. Imagine the kind of ability, the kind of risk-taking appetite, the kind of appetite for embracing new ways of working is high in the country like India. May not be so, as he mentioned, in Japan. May not be so in the US, where people are already in a state of mind where they want to use technology for everything. So the idea is to have a mix of both, right? It's not just one. The idea is to have a mix of both young and old blood, right? Understanding of corporate world may not be, or understanding of how the at the border or in the seas, how will a difficulty come up? That understanding may not be there in a fresh recruit in the forces, but it will be there in young people like you and me, because we are more curious. We want to know more. And that's how, we take the courage of stepping into corporate, the route of an MBA, right? Because we're more curious, because we are more flexible. As you rightly said, we have fresher thoughts. Yeah? We would take initiative because we don't have the baggage, and especially the group sitting here doesn't have the baggage at all, because you guys are fresh, right? You would want to try out new things when you step into your internships or your campuses or your organizations. Yeah? So get your basics right. Now I'll cut to what your MBA is going to look like, right? How you should treat these 2 years, these 2 precious years, and how you need to make yourself career ready, right? By far, this is the most popular program to make you employment ready, right? A lot of people from humanities are sitting here, a lot of people, engineers are sitting here, right? Given the situation of the graduate courses, right, do we really become employable after those? Right? We are. But then, how many of graduates are sitting at the helm of affairs in organizations of Indian corporate? Yeah? Because it is believed, it is proven that a business administration course would equip you with the necessary skills to manage not just one function of an organization, not just the technical function of an organization, but you will become more agile to absorb more, reflect more, transcend into sales, marketing, finance, investing, right? Multiple verticals of the company. And that's what MBA does. Now, what is the onus on our shoulders? We will need to be receptive of that information. Otherwise, so for example, tomorrow my boss says, okay, you have to go to Asansol, or you have to go to Bangladesh, right? What will be my answer? No, I cannot go because I'm very comfortable in what I'm doing, right? Then what I'm saying that, okay, I'm not employable anymore. In a way, I'm saying that because I'm not employable anymore. I'm not ready to accept change, right? Or I'm sort of scared from what might come my way, because it's a little dicey out there in a new role or a new location. Yeah. So in an MBA, you've got to build your personal brand. How will you do that? So say, an internship company hiring for internship would come, seek out a few resumes, talk to a few people. They don't select everyone. What will make you stand out? As an individual, what will make you stand out? You will have to have your personal brand, right? I'm sure there are ways how you can build a strong resume in the college, right? There's a committee which is helping you out there. There are faculty who's helping you out there. But it's important to be ready to add those lines to your resume, right? It's not going to come out of thin air, right? If I have to take part into more competitions, it's something which I have to be more receptive of, right? If I have to be, I'll have to be more agile to step out there, take part in competitions, if I keep sitting, attending classes, attending practicals, and doing the bare minimum in my MBA life, this is something which might be a hindrance to building a personal brand, right? So it's just the initial 30, 40 days of your MBA. This is the time when you should think, okay, why am I here? I'm here now. What am I going to do in the next 2 years? What am I going to do in the next 3 months or 6 months, right? Usually, we're going to be talking about later in your MBA, okay, when the company asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years, right? I'm sure the institutes where you're coming from have discussed this, right? You've went through this entire process. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is the time, my friends, that the answer is going to be more sharp. The answer is going to be more realistic. Today, if my company or any company I'm interviewing for asks me, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? If I say, okay, I see heading I'll be your boss, right? What kind of an answer will be that? I think I'm going to be your boss in the next 10 years. You'll say, fine, be my boss. That's the door, right? So it has to be more realistic. Whatever goals you're setting for yourself in the next 6 months, 10 months, 2 years, it's got to be more realistic. And the route to do that is getting your personal brand out there, right? There are ways and means to do that. We'll also discuss that. Once you're in your second year, once you're in your internship, once you're in your even a single course in this college, you will have to decide, what do I want to be known for? I'm sitting in a class, I'm sitting in a hall full of 300 people. What I want to be known for, right? Do I want to be known for giving very sharp, actionable insights? Do I want to be known for speaking extremely good? Do I want to be known for being the highest change agility person that you can put me in any situation and I'll just rock, right? Have your way, right? Have your way. Think about it. कि मुझे करना क्या है? Why? What do I want my friends to know me for? That he or she does this really well. He's an expert of this. It could be a course. It could be, it could be any habit. He plays guitar really well. Yeah. He gives a great analysis of data, for example. That's what you have to decide at this stage in your career. Okay, I'm not even naming it an MBA. I'm calling it a career start because this is where it starts, right? I'm not going to be those people who says that this is where it ends. Now it's chill. It's not going to be chill. This is where it starts, right? So be sure that you are invested enough in this course and you are working on a personal brand slowly, steadily, every single day. It's not going to happen 1 week sitting before placements, let me tell you. Right? From my personal experience, I have friends who sit one night before, okay, fine, let's make my resume really good, or let's try to find a way of telling recruiters why did I not score well, right? That's an easy way to do it, but it's not going to help you in the long run. Yeah? So today I have to think, what am I going to do in the next 2 years? Collaborate internally, compete externally. It's important. This is something which my company also follows. Just a show of hands, how many people of you, how long has it been that you joined? 18 days. Okay. In these last 18 days, how many of you can tell me, sir, I have made friends? Yeah, then it's a very bright group sitting here, let me tell you. Because this is what you are required to do in the next entire career. Yeah, you have to make friends. You have to make friends who are like-minded. Yeah? You have to be in the company of those who are ambitious. Yeah, and you have to, if not, you have to ignite ambition in your friends. It could be the other way around also. And then you have to collaborate internally. You have to join hands together, find where you want to compete, right? Please remember, this journey, it has started. It's not a, it's not a solitary journey. Yeah, it's not something fine. I'll do it alone. It's not going to happen alone. In the entire career, there will be teams whom you will be required to work with, and those teams are required to be made today. Yeah, you will have to think of what competitions am I going to take part of. If I have a startup idea, do I go into a B plan competition? Who amongst my friends can help me or can be a good addition to that group who can help me win over, say, any other institute? This decision has to happen now. This thinking has to happen now. Because only then, what I'm mentioning, you will be more employment ready by end of, say, 3 months when the first company for internship comes in. whichever sector it is from. Yeah? So have that thought ready, or at least try and prepare your head. Okay, this is what I have to, this is my brand. This is what I'm going to make after these 2 years. What am I required to do that? What am I required to achieve that? Who can help me in doing that? Yeah? If there's a doubt, please stop. Right? Because we may or may not have the question and answer time, given the long day that you have. Amplify your network. Everyone's been talking about MBA is all about networking, right? MBA, be it in finance, marketing, ops, IT, everything is about networking. Yeah? But what is network? Anyone? What is a network? We in corporate, in management, what is a network? Making connections. Okay. Anyone else? One towards the end. Connecting with more people. What on Facebook? LinkedIn. Okay. What else? There. Try. Louder.
A network is community of people with common goals.
Sure.
And a like-minded approach towards something.
Okay, and tomorrow, let's say, so this is not for you, this is for the entire group. Tomorrow, if you're put in a group where you hate the other person personally, right? Does it mean the network is broken? Yeah? Okay, so in the interest of time, followers on LinkedIn do not qualify as a network. Yeah? It's high time that we understand. Fine, it's great at building connections. Huh? It's great at networking socially. It's great at networking socially. Yeah, I'm not undermining the importance of that. I'm just saying that that's not network. Network is someone who go long. Yeah. 10 years into career, you call someone from your MBA. 10 years into career, you call someone from your first company and tell him you need this or tell her you need this. And they stand for you. That's network. And that's what you're going to build today. Right? If I discuss this at the end of MBA, it's not going to help because by that time you'll only have LinkedIn connections. Yeah? Right? And the kind of pace with which content is getting generated, I don't know what is the future of LinkedIn. It might turn into another Instagram. Yeah? So please think that, please sit, that what kind of network are you going to make? Are you going to make a very transactional network? Okay, fine. This is a Mahindra war room coming. We are going to take part in this. Okay, let's sit and crack that case study. This is a good network to have in the outset. At this MBA course, it's a good network to have. And then slowly, steadily, you understand who is doing well, who is not doing well. Yeah. So what I'm trying to indicate is that this is the start of testing out people. I mean, not literally, but testing out people whom you can rely on in the longer run. Yeah. And it's not just you who's the boss. You also have to get tested. You know, there'll be people who would be looking out for you. And for this, you'll have to reach out, ask for help. This, I'm not talking about internally in your 300 people group. You can talk out to seniors. You can talk to people who've been graduated from this college. You can talk to industry experts, right? Some mentors who are already there in your group or in your closest vicinity is the excellent faculties you have. But you'll have to ask for help because unless you ask for help, they don't know that you are interested. Yeah. So that's what network is. And you know, I just can't mention this more. You have to skill up, right? This is the core of getting more employable. There are excellent opportunities inside campus to skill up, right? But then I know that there is just not going to be an end to it. There is always, by the day, there are going to be more and more avenues to get skills going, right? If SAP is getting taught on campus, right, then there are applications which can be tested by yourself, right, out there. Go and scout the web for all of that because till now, believe you, you've not been searching for that enough, right? I mean, please tell me if anyone in this group who's going to take finance knows about NISM. Yeah, have you done any certification from NISM? Yeah, are you trading actively? That's excellent, yeah. This is good. Please. Bob? Mutual fund. This is good. This is good. And this is that group of network whom you're going to seek in the next 2 years of your career because they know something more than you. Are you getting what I'm saying on network? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, and this, my friends, start from, so a biotechnologist or a food science technologist or a BBA have already learned economics in your in your graduation course. So you already know what a production possibility curve is. Yeah. So when economics gets taught on campus, you'll be like, oh, mujhe aata hai, right? But is this? Do you think that's why this course is brought for people who has 40% of BBAs or BComs on campus? No, because it's there because you are required to step ahead of what you learned and then apply to it in a case study which you are participating in. For example, okay, that's what this course is for. If I am a BSc in statistics, right, and then I take a MPhil or a management course, and I'm getting statistics again as a subject, does it mean that I'll say, okay, I know it? No, it's nothing. It's a cakewalk. I'll pass this subject. That's where I go wrong. That's where I am already in a comfort zone and I'm going to not do well in that course. Maybe if I do well because I was excellent back then, but it's not going to stay back with you later on in your career. Right? And these things are used in corporate. On an Excel sheet which I have to show to my boss tomorrow, it will have something to do with economics. It will have some probability analysis. It will have that. This is the end of your career where you think that whatever I'm studying, it's not applicable anymore. You're right. No one's going to ask you Pythagoras theorem at whichever company you go, right? But people are going to ask you data analytics going forward. People are going to ask you the SD module of SAP that you're going to be studying here in the next 2 years. Yeah? It gets relevant from here. So make sure that you have those relevant skills to be more employable. Yeah? MS Office proficiency, it's just, it's always so overhyped. Yeah? But still Microsoft Office suite is something which people struggle when they enter. Yeah, and this is something which I've experienced personally in my team, and maybe they didn't work hard enough during their MBA or before, but this is something which I'd like to sort of re-emphasize, that please have your MS Office ready ASAP, maybe by end of this weekend. Yeah, because that's the urgency. That's the urgency of having that ready. Focus on digital skills. I'm told by sir that it's already there in the campus, that you are going to be doing a lot of Google AdWords, a lot of Google certifications. It's just a re-emphasis of that these things are important. And believe you, these things get older. So you'll have to do it again and again. So today, maybe take it as a elder's advice to start it. Whenever it gets expired, do it again and be relevant. Yeah, and this is something which sir or me or any faculty is not going to come and tell you, look, please do this. This is something which you will have to learn and motivate yourself to do it. Critical thinking is something which again is not acquired. I can't go to, I can't go to a Coursera and, okay, critical thinking, I'll type and I'll learn everything on critical thinking. That's not going to happen. How's it going to happen? It's going to happen through the basic presentation which you make in class. Right? And how will that happen? Again, to devote enough time to it. Again, if you think, okay, I'll sit 1 o'clock in the night and by 3 o'clock I'll be ready with the morning's presentation. Yes, you will be ready. Believe me. You will be ready and you're going to do well. But then this doesn't happen. Then this critical thinking doesn't happen. And this you're not going to even realize in the next 2 years. This you'll realize when you enter your jobs and then you're struggling with how to make decisions quickly. Because right now you don't have to take any decision. You just have to think about whether you're going to go to the mess or not. That's the decision by far. Or what am I going to order for dinner if I'm ordering from, say, outside. Yeah. So that's not critical decision making. Critical decision making is going to happen when you go to an insurance company and you have to choose which account from the book given to you you're going to approach first, which has a high likelihood of getting acquired by you or recruited by you. If you keep on banging your head against a wall, it's not going to turn into sales. Yeah? So this is critical thinking, which has to have a linkage to what you do in class today. This is just again undermined, overhyped, underleveraged. B school competitions are ample. I mean, non-B school competitions, organizing B plan competitions are also ample. Engineering colleges have B plan competitions these days, right? Say SRCC in Delhi has one, right? Engineering college in Pune has one. Please search for these. By end of this semester, there should be at least 2 B-plan competitions you should have participated in, right? By end of 2 semesters, there should be at least 2 B-plan competitions which you have won, or in the top 2, 3. By end of these 2 years, this number should go to almost 8, so that you know which one is the most prestigious to be put on my resume. Yeah, this is not going to be in a guideline. This is something which is looked at when placements are starting. So please start thinking or preparing yourself. Maybe you're not interested, you don't give a damn about B-plan competitions. You're not going to be an entrepreneur. You just want to do your job well. But this, my friends, is going to be required in the job you want to do. Because there are projects being given to me today or to a fresh batch where they require to propose how to launch a new product. Ask your friends who are working with sales organization. They are given a new product every 3rd week, every 4th week, and asked, okay, what geographies of Pune should I go to? What geographies of Maharashtra should I go with this product to? Right? How that is, that Kotler is not going to teach. That Taylor is not going to teach. It is going to be coming from experience which has to start today.